Hey guys, happy new year, happy 2020.
Yeah, all the best.
It's kind of weird to actually like say 2020, right?
It's a whole nother decade.
Wow, I'm so glad I made it, you know, and I'm so glad you guys made it, that you're watching this channel. And yeah, so babe, we want to give them a little bit of recap of our holidays, or not really?
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, so we just came back from the holidays. We went to Palabora with my family and to a beautiful lodge called Tula Private Lodge, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we enjoyed ourselves and we are back, and we're back at work. And yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. It was two weeks. Would have been nice if it was longer.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
But it was a good break.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have, I'm taking some more holidays soon when the baby comes anyway, so that's why we didn't have a very long holiday now.
Yeah, because 9 weeks left for baby Johnson to be here, guys. How exciting and scary at the same time. Yeah. Today the reason we're doing this sit down video, it's a video that everybody's been asking about. I'm sorry I didn't film it. Actually, I filmed alone, but I felt like it's better maybe for Andrew to be part of this.
Because it takes two to tango.
Yes, it takes two to make a baby. So yeah, so the video, people are being asking that how did you guys get pregnant after you had a miscarriage, and like what is it that you did differently this time around? And obviously it feels like it took us a little bit longer, because the first time when we tried, it was just once and we got pregnant, and then we got miscarriage. We didn't like try for like months, you know. So
it's like the month we kind of stopped with contraception was the month we conceived.
Yes. And then we got a miscarriage in January or end of January. We found out January at the beginning. Is it end of January or beginning of February? I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. Then now we had to, when we were trying, the doctor did say to me that because of miscarriage, my periods are not gonna be regular. So, but eventually they'll be regular.
Yeah, or they might not be.
Yeah. And that is a little bit of a problem if you're trying to conceive, if your periods are not regular, because it means you're not ovulating at the same time. It means you're ovulating different times, and even your app can, like, or whatever you're trying to predict your ovulation days might not be the correct days. So okay, fine, we're gonna give you about, I think, 10 tips of what we did differently when we realized that, whoa, we're not really getting pregnant. And personally, I really wanted a baby as soon as possible.
Yeah, you were putting the pressure.
Yeah, like literally, I'm a woman and I'm a bit older, and the clock is ticking like your eggs. Hello, darling. You know, so obviously it's always us women that put pressure, right? I guess. So we're gonna do a disclaimer. We're not doctors, so whatever we're giving here is what worked for us, but it doesn't mean that we are doctors and we can cure anyone's problem.
Yeah, and this is kind of the stuff that you do just sort of early on. Like if it still takes a long time, then you need to go and see a doctor. But these are like the tips we picked up without seeing a doctor, just from like reading
research,
and things like that.
Checking YouTube and whatnot. So first and foremost, you need to make sure that you've got regular periods. It's very important.
But yours wasn't really.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what helped me with having irregular periods, that I bought an ovulation test just to confirm. And also I watched this other video. So someone told me that a woman, actually, even if you read what ovulation is, if you read on Google, apparently after 10 or 14 days, I think 14 days after you're done with your period, every woman like ovulate at that time. And there's an app called I forgot what it's called. I'm just gonna like quickly check it. It's called Period Plus. So that Period Plus app, it really works, like because I installed that app because I was using Flow app and I was using My Period. So My Period and Period Plus, they look similar. They've got even the same logo. I don't know if it's the same design, but it's different apps. So Period Plus predicted that I'm ovulating 14 days after I finish my period. And actually the ovulation test that I bought a clear blue ovulation test, which is this one. It also predicted the same day. So when I knew that that app was saying I'm ovulating and this also said I'm ovulating, I took it seriously and I showed Andrew. I'm like, today is the day. We have to be intimate because this says I'm ovulating, and we did exactly, like, we became intimate on those days, and that's when after that.
So you're kind of using your app to sort of predict which days you were supposed to be ovulating, and then on those days you would then take the test and just like double check.
Yeah.
Kind of like, okay, yeah, we confirm.
Yeah.
That it is. You are ovulating now, so now it's the right time.
Yeah, but this ovulation test, they give you, it's a bit expensive, about 200 or close to 300. You get it at Clicks or Dischem.
That's rand.
Yeah, in rands. Yeah, so they give you 10 of them, so you can even start like using them like maybe like 10 days after your period and start just testing yourself. You just pee on the stick. It's got all the direction, and you look at it. If it doesn't, if there's no smiley face, then you're not ovulating. Then if it gives you a smiley face, then you're ovulating. Mostly they say it predicts 2 most fertile days, because when you ovulate, a day before your ovulation and the day of your ovulation and the day after is the most important dates where you can be intimate with your partner for you to get pregnant. So it told us in 2 days that we were ovulating, and that's when we became intimate. So yeah, because some people, babe, who don't have regular periods, it's kind of like a show that maybe something is wrong with their fertility and they have to see their doctor. Yeah, and sometimes doctors prescribe certain pills to help them to ovulate or help them to conceive. So make sure that, yeah, as I said, make sure that your periods are regular, and make sure, the second thing, have an app. So initially I used Flow app, which was correct before I got Miscarriage. It just got messed up because my periods were irregular when with the whole Miscarriage thing. So but then the one that really got it, it's called oh, I can't even get out of it, so you can show Period Plus, but I don't know if you can see this. Here, and then yeah, I think those are the best apps to use when you're tracking your period.
What's the difference between Flow and Period Plus?
Flow gives you even more information, like the baby center one. It tells you a lot of things. It's nice about that because it tells you how to eat healthy, like a whole lot of things. But Period Plus is just tells you only about when you're ovulating. Okay,
so Flow does that as well, but it does some extra stuff. Yeah,
and it shows you when your periods are coming and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you can track everything, and even you can track your pregnancy. On Period Plus, I can't track my pregnancy because when you go to the doctor, they ask you when is your last menstruation. So you go on Flow and check so that they can predict how many weeks you are. Yeah. It's very important.
So you were using both of them to predict the ovulation days?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one that was Flow got it right. It used to get it right like the time before we got Miscarriage. But then the Period Plus just got it right, like with the whole ovulation. Yeah. Flow got confused, but still a good app. Yeah. And the other thing is that you really need not to stress. As Andrew say, I was a bitch. It's normal sometimes you put pressure, but I really learned that it's important that Andrew and I are both not stressed, and I definitely went to the gym, and he also went to the gym, because also exercising helps when you're healthy and eating healthy as well.
Yeah, and it also manages to help stress levels.
Exactly. And if he's stressed, I wouldn't push things like for us to be intimate, because I knew it wasn't gonna work. You know, I needed for us to enjoy, and remember that also, as much as you're trying to be intimate to make a baby, we still partners and we still lovers, and we still have to have fun and not
not make it just about the mechanics of making a baby.
The technicalities.
And it doesn't become enjoyable.
Yes, you know. So I did figure it out like in early on, like, and I stopped stressing him, and I was just like, you know what, it's cool. But I would let him know. It was very important for me to let him know, because I asked him, I'm like, do you want me to tell you or not tell you? He's like, no, it's fine, you can tell me.
So it's kind of, it's important to know the days, but at the same time not to put so much pressure
that it's a must.
Because then
because there'll be days I knew that I was ovulating, and if we're not up to it, we wouldn't like force ourselves to be intimate, and that was okay with me as well.
Especially busy people, like both working and things, you know, there's some days where you just have a long day at work, you know, and you get back and you don't want to feel the pressure. If you just want to go to sleep, then you know, then you just want to go to sleep. So actually managing like stress from work and stuff as well is an important thing, because if you're too stressed from, you know, from work as well, then it's also going to cause problems. That was probably my challenge, because last year was such a busy year.
Very stressful at work.
So I kind of had to manage that.
And we also did a research that what could also help Andrew with the stress, and also just for the libido to be high. And we bought some pills at Dischem called the libido.
It's from the South African pharmacy called Dischem, and it's called libido, but the main ingredients is tribulus and ginseng. Tribulus is like they're both natural. Tribulus just basically naturally increases your testosterone levels, but it's really like you know, because it's a natural thing, it's a very small impact, but I think it worked. I took it for like a few weeks, and it kind of does give you a bit more, like, you know, I don't know,
a kick.
A kick. So
you feel
when you're like tired from work and stuff, if you've kind of got this in your system, then you know, you find you've got a bit more energy and whatever when you get home at the end of the day. So that was good.
And also I did a research, and I heard about this other thing called the Maca powder. There's actually even Maca pills, but I opted for natural. Also I bought it at Clicks. There's a Maca powder. It helps with fertility for both men and women. And on the internet I found like a smoothie that I can do, and using also pineapple, like the smoothie had a pineapple. I remember this other day I did the pineapple, and people were like, if you're trying to conceive, don't have pineapple. But I also read that pineapple actually, contrary to
popular belief,
it actually helps you to conceive. Actually, I saw like 2 people talking about like pineapple. You need like a proper one, not the one that's already cut, because I had to buy like a huge pineapple, and apparently you have to eat even the middle of it, the stem. Remember that taste, mate?
So I don't think all of these things are like necessarily backed up by solid science and things, or they have like smaller impacts, you know. It's like
I believe can
help, and sometimes it's also a bit placebo effect as well, I think, you know, where if you think it's working, then it does work, you know. It's like a power of the mind.
It worked for me, and it worked for the people that I watched the video about. So I believe it worked, because today, babe, don't hate.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, don't take these things as though it's like, you know, it's 100% proven, and if you do it, then you will get pregnant. It's like, you know, the natural medicines have small impacts on changes in your body, and you know, it can have a small influence, whatever, but
it has the same influence as when you're not stressed. It has the same influence that when you're checking your period. It has the same influence as when you exercise and eat healthy.
maybe not as tracking your periods, because that's about like telling you. We know from science that when your body ovulates and you have sex on the day before, on, or after ovulation, then your chances are definitely increased. That's like that's probably the most important thing that actually we did. The thing with the biggest impact was to know when you were ovulating.
Yeah, true.
The other stuff was all just like kind of nice little extra booster. Maybe it'll increase the chance a bit.
Yeah, because in the beginning, because my when I didn't use the other new app, the Period Plus, I was using Flow only. Flow was predicting my ovulation days wrong because my periods were irregular. So we were being intimate the day that we were thinking I'm ovulating, but it wasn't, and I wasn't conceiving, and I was really stressing about it, to be honest. And I remember like talking to one of my friends, and she said to me, you should buy an ovulation test. So that's why I bought an ovulation test, and that's why I watched this video saying you can you ovulate like 10 or 14 days after your periods and get this Period Plus app. And then that's where I did that, and I made sure that, and then I remember Flo was saying I'm not ovulating on the day that my ovulation test said I'm ovulating, and the other Period Plus saying I'm ovulating. So that's when we became intimate, and that's when I got pregnant. Yeah, I think you're right with the whole science thing saying if you being intimate at the right time, the high chances.
The most important one.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So also, I just still believe if you're religious, you should pray about it. I mean, some of us do believe that the child comes from God. God will bless you. So pray and believe and be hopeful. I believe that when you are a believer and you're positive, you definitely, be pregnant, and you're doing all those things as well, because positivity helps as well.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and if all these things we're saying, they don't help you, definitely go and see a fertility doctor. And actually they say that it takes 6 months to 1 year for partners to get pregnant. So after 1 year, that's where at least you can go and see a fertility doctor. Yeah.
Don't worry too soon.
Yeah, don't worry too soon.
They all say it's normal that it can take some time. Yeah. So we asked the question to several different people in the gynae, and they all say okay, come back and we'll give you fertility type of assessment if you've been trying for 6 to 12 months. And in the end, how long did it take us after the miscarriage? Was it 5?
Yeah, because February, March, April, May, June. 4 months actually. Yeah, it took us 4 months, because February, I got miscarriage in January, and February was a recovery month. We don't count it. So like March, April, May, then June we got pregnant. Yeah. So I think that's what we basically did. If I have to go and just say the stuff, is that make sure that you've got regular periods, use an app to track your periods, buy an ovulation test, have sex at the right time, a day before and the day of your ovulation and day after, and don't stress won't help you, and it will probably make the man not to be,
that's important for both partners to not be stressed.
Exactly. And exercise and eat healthy. And if you want just extra stuff, tangible stuff, you can get maca powder. I'll probably put the link to the smoothie that we did for the maca powder. That includes the pineapple. And you can get, maybe your man can also get the pills that Andrew got. Tribulus. Yeah. And pray and be hopeful and believe. I think that's all. Thank you guys for being supportive throughout the years, and I always just want to say I really want us to be consistent and give you the best content, and I'm hopeful that one day will happen. I don't want to promise, life is so busy, but that's my hope for us to be consistent with our videos.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, I guess, when the baby comes. Life's going to be a little bit upside down for a while, but obviously I want to, you know, share all of that as well. But,
but we're definitely gonna share a lot of baby stuff. So if you're into motherhood, definitely check them out. And so we would definitely show our birth video. We are recording when I'm giving birth. I cross fingers that it goes through, goes well. I'm planning to go natural birth. Wish me luck. And also we will show you the nursery for our baby boy. If you don't know that we're having a boy, yes, we're having a boy. And we'll share the name and all that, and we'll show you everything, the product that we're gonna use. It's exciting. This journey, it's really exciting for us to navigate being parents, you know, to share with you the hard part and the excitement and the happy moments.
Yep. He's starting to have a little personality as well already, like kicking, and certain music comes on and like he kicks like he's dancing to the song, and certain foods you eat, he's kicking more
because he likes those food.
So it's strange, even when he's in there, we're still starting to feel like there's actually a little human being in there and developing a personality already. So it's exciting.
So I was showing you guys, I'm on my 3rd trimester already. So this is how baby John's are looking. Kind of big, hey? I am big.
Don't say that.
You don't tell a pregnant lady that she's big. What else you want to say?
I think that's all.
That's all. So there's gonna be a lot of content that's coming this year. And thank you guys for supporting us, and thank you for 9,000 subscribers. Let's go to 10,000.
Wow,
and we've got a giveaway coming up. Check it out. And the other thing that I actually wanted to ask is that, can you guys send us questions? Let's do a Q&A. You can post them here on the comment section, or also you can go on Instagram. I'll post probably like a picture where you guys can still put there, and ask us any question related to my pregnancy journey, and we'll have a sit down and answer
our pregnancy journey, babe. I was on it as well. I just didn't have a baby inside me, but
yes, definitely.
There's things for dads to consider as well. And you've not as many, but
and you've been a supportive partner, babe. You've been very helpful. He's been cooking great meals for me. I'm so thankful, like the best. I'm like, I need to be pregnant all the time if this is what you're gonna cook. Okay guys,